Aloha, Aamann here. I wanted to talk a little bit about my work with different solvents. I just discovered something that was pretty major, I feel. During my time working with hemp oil, I started off working, of course, with Naptha, which is what Rick recommends. And I had some really great success with that, with cancer patients at the very beginning. And then I switched to grain alcohol. Grain alcohol I felt was better because it's approved for human consumption, and I know a lot of people that are really still kind of sticklers about they want to use grain alcohol, it's the only thing they use, and if you don't use grain alcohol they don't want to talk to you, yada yada, whatever. But what I found was actually one of my apprentices turned me onto the fact that he was getting a lot better results with 99% isopropyl alcohol. And so I started using it, and I started getting better results as well. This is not only better results as far as the quality of the oil, the viscosity. You know, Rick talks about sometimes the oil comes out kind of like a crayon and you have to heat it up a little bit to be able to get it out of the syringe. I had problems with that too, using both, using grain alcohol. I had a problem with that. Occasionally with Naptha when I first used it, that was happening as well. But that doesn't happen with 99%. It comes out really just nice and smooth and creamy. And not only that, but the patients were reporting that the physiological response of the way that the oil reacted with their bodies was better with the 99% isopropyl. So, and not only that, but it was way cheaper than using the grain alcohol. So that's what I was using, and that's what's been kind of the standard. But I was in Durango, Colorado just recently. And it wound up that I made a batch for a friend, and I didn't have any 99% available, so I just got some Naptha from the local paint store, and I made him up a batch. Now I've made several batches for this gentleman in the past using either grain alcohol or the 99%, and he has told me that you know, the oil has always been fine, and he's always liked it, and it's been very effective for everything. He's never used it against cancer, but my oil has always been effective for everything but cancer, it seems like. But it winds up that, and it works great for skin cancers, but I have not had that much success with cancer at all. You know, my percentage of cancer patients, they've been staying alive, but they haven't been getting absolutely better. They've had to continue to take the oil to stay alive. So, but my friend, when I made this batch for him with a Naptha, he reported to me right away that this oil was way stronger, way superior to any other oil I've made it for him in the past. And like I said, I've made several batches for him in the past. So this was interesting. I thought, well, maybe it's the kind of pot that he gave me. He's working with a different strain, whatever. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I went up to Ashland, Oregon, and I made some oil for a cancer patient that I have up there, and I made it with 99% because I had it available up there. And then so I came back down here to Durango, and I got with the gentleman that I had made this other batch with the Naptha for, and I gave him a sample of the oil that I had made up in Ashland, and that oil had actually a higher bud content to it than the material that I had made for him before with the Naptha. And he said the oil is just the same as the other oils that I've made for him, not nearly as strong. So to me, I know Rick has said over and over again that that the 99% pulls out more of the plant alkaloids, the chlorophyll and stuff, and not as much THC. But this is dramatic. This is like confirmation of what he said, and now from now on I'm using nothing but Naptha. Unless I have patients that have like a really high sensitivity, I may give them oil that's made with 99%, but other than that, Naptha is what I'm going for, because Naptha is pulling out more of the medicine. Now I've worked with, like I said, several different solvents, and Naptha is definitely what I'm going to be using from now on. So just thought I would put that out there and let you know that it's definitely something that is notable, and if you're working with cancer, it's something you definitely want to do. You don't want to work with anything but Naptha. So kudos to you, Rick, once again for coming up with the right thing to do right away and giving us the space to be able to make mistakes and not getting down on our case for it. But you were right 100%, and I'm just here to validate that and let other people know that it's not just one man saying it, but it's my research that is definitely, without question, showing me that this is the way to go. Naptha is the way to go, especially with cancer patients. So that's it. Hope everybody's well, and ciao. Aloha.